Welcome to Women Awakening. I'm Cynthia James, and this network is about changing lives one woman at a time. Hello, welcome to Women Awakening. We're changing lives one woman at a time. In fact, we're changing the world one woman at a time. Our love expert is here today, Arielle Ford, the beautiful, talented teacher, author, speaker. I love that she has decided to come here and support us in revealing love, experiencing love, and expressing it. Welcome, Arielle.
Hey, Cynthia, you're looking beautiful.
Thank you, ditto. So I want to talk today about connection in partnership. There's a lot of misconceptions about what connection means. Is it passion? Is it intimacy? What is it? So first of all, what do you think connection in partnership is?
You know, for me, it's kind of like sharing the unified field with a beloved partner, you know, so that when you're together, you feel the energy. When you're apart, you can feel the energy, and you get to go through life having this sense of unity, not just with the other, but also with God. Because, you know, we always say God is love. That's for this thing, God is love. But having a true deep soul connection with a beloved partner is the physical expression of God. So as we seek God to have this divine union with, having this connection to the physical partner is this constant daily opportunity to give and receive and express love. So for me, it's the living in the field of love is what connection is. What is it for you?
Well, you know, that's what it is today for me, but that's not what it used to be. What it used to be was, you know, was it great sex? You know, did this person like desire me all the time? And why weren't they calling me, you know, every day? I mean, it was very external. And when stuff would go awry, you know, I would go into judgment of them. I would go into judgment of myself. But what I realized later to get to the place you're talking about was that I had to embrace my own vulnerability. I had to embrace my own fears and my willingness to open myself to another human being in that field of unity to create safety for both of us.
Right. Right. Yeah. Emotional safety is really the key. I know I used to think, well, this is sort of a common thing that I like to talk to people about. They think that love is a feeling. Oh, I know I love you because I feel it. And really, the being in love state is just a drug high. It's a really good drug high. It's your brain cascading waves of adrenaline and dopamine and oxytocin and norepinephrine. And it's this great cocktail. And we think we call it love, but it really isn't love. Because as anybody who's been in a relationship for any length of time knows, there will be days when you absolutely don't like or even hate your partner, but it doesn't mean that you don't love them.
Right.
Love is a behavior, and it's a commitment, and it's a choice, and it's a decision. And sometimes it's a feeling. Often there are good feelings. But if you're going to decide I love you based on how I'm feeling, you're not going to be feeling it all the time.
Well, right. Oh, and I just want to get real here for a moment, too. It's like you're not going to have off the Richter scale sex every day because you found your beloved. There are moments where you just want your space or they want their space, but it has nothing to do with loving.
Yeah, you know, sex is really great. And it's sort of nature's trick to pull us together. This is why we have all these hormones flowing through us. And it's like this uncontrollable hunger, appetite. And then you hit a certain age and that goes away. And then sex becomes a choice. Sex becomes a way to connect. Not because I feel like, oh, I really want you so much. Those days are over after a certain point. But that you choose it. And that's how you choose love as well. one of the reasons you may choose to have sex, even though you're not feeling it, is because it's an awesome way to connect with your partner. And just like once you get on a bike and you start pedaling, you remember how to do it, even if you haven't had sex in a long time. Once you start doing it, you start thinking, oh God, this is so much fun. I can't believe it's been so many weeks or months or whatever it is, you know. But the thing that I think most people don't know about connection is that that's really what we most crave. We want someone to be a witness to our lives. We want to know that who we are counts, that we can be seen and heard, and we can be that for another. And I was talking to my sister's rabbi one day, and I was asking him, I said, from your perspective, he's an Orthodox Chabad rabbi. I said, what's the whole purpose of marriage anyway? And he kind of blew me away, Cynthia. He said, the purpose of marriage is to give what is most needed.
Wow.
To give what is most needed. He said, it's not to go in there to get what your needs met, but what is it you can most provide? So for me, connection is, can you feel into your partner? Can you see what it is that they need? What is it that you can do for them? And if you're coming from that space, it's only logical that they will start to do the same for you. But what happens in a lot of relationships is people have all this pent up anger, sadness, disappointment, frustration. They start withholding love, withhold physical touch, and then everybody's off in their own corners. When all there is to do really is just to extend a hand, just to say, hey, looks like you're having a hard time today. Is there one thing I could do for you right now that might make your day better?
Wow. So, what's interesting, what's interesting about that for me is it's one of the reasons I loved the Love Languages book. To really, it's like, because we think our partners want what we want. And so we're trying to give it to them as opposed to finding out what they want and what really ignites them. And so I love that, asking them, what's the one thing I can do for you today that's going to make it better?
And my friend Susan Bratton, who's a sex expert, the way she explains it is that we were brought up with the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But she says that when it comes to sex, or I would say when it comes to relationship, you want to practice the platinum rule, which is do unto others as they would like to be done unto.
Yes. Yes.
And that's really what the love languages does. If you're somebody who really feels loved when you're receiving gifts, but I'm somebody, gifts are nice, but they do nothing for me. I'd much rather hear words of affirmation or quality time. You may like physical touch or acts of service. So when you understand your partner's love language, they can feel most love when you're providing the love in the box that is marked them, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So the platinum rule is the way to go.
I love it. Tell us her name again.
Susan Bratton. And her website is Personal Life Media. So if you want to know how to have more better sex, men or women, she's an excellent teacher, very soulful teacher. She's sort of really one of us. She's deeply committed to her spiritual life, and she's deeply committed to people having a great sex life. And I highly recommend her.
Love it. And how do we find you? How do we get to you?
At my website, soulmatesecret.com, and there's a tab at the top called Free Stuff, so you can get all kinds of goodies there.
Well, I so appreciate you, and I so appreciate your wisdom, and I know that there are lots of women that are looking at it, but I'm just selfishly thinking it's for me. I just want you to know that. So thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. So there's lots of videos with Arielle giving us great advice. Please look at them. There's videos from women all over the world who are doing extraordinary things and want to share their information and their wisdom with you, because together we change things. Together we remind each other that we're beautiful and we're powerful. And so Please come back again and again, and know that I love you and that you're important and you matter. Blessings.